thanking you all for attending, and we're going to be honoring some very special people this evening. So thank you all for your attendance. Roll call.
Ms. Malinick.
Here.
Ms. Jarvis.
Here.
Mr. Angelopoulos.
Here.
Mr. Abiscato. Here. Mr. Grillo.
Here.
Mr. Donovan.
Here.
Ms. Keefe. Ms. Akiri.
Present.
Mr. Dorota.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by the following means. Annual notice was sent to the Herald News, the Record, the South Bergenite, the Observer, Township Clerk, and posted in the lobby of the Town Hall and Board Office, setting forthcoming scheduled work meetings and public meetings of the Board. Right now, we'd like to present some certificates of recognition. Thank you.
Hi, welcome. We've got so many great things going on at the high school, from academics to our performing arts. Tonight, we have 3 groups of students that we'd like to recognize, and we'd first like to start with Miss Elena Wise and recognizing her group of musicians.
Good evening, everyone. At this time, I'd like to call up Alyssa Ventimiglia, Gabrielle Samarone, and Kara Miller. So through the past 4 years, I've been continuously amazed at the talent that these 3 girls have brought to our vocal program at Lyndhurst High School. They've put Lyndhurst on the map on the levels of all county, all region, and up until last year capped it off as all state. The responsibility to be a part of these groups shows the dedication that these 3 have to music. First, they put themselves out there and audition in a very nerve-wracking environment in front of judges who are scoring them. Once they make these prestigious groups, which they have, they travel to and from various rehearsal sites and sit through several grueling 4 to 5 hour rehearsals in preparation for some of the best performances I have ever heard on the high school level. They've performed just recently in Atlantic City and also at NJPAC this past week. This year, for the first time ever, Lyndhurst has been recognized at the U.S. Eastern level through the hard work and talent of our 3 seniors right beside me. They have made All Eastern Choir, which is the first time ever in Lyndhurst. Prestigious group, they're being asked to go to Pittsburgh in order to rehearse and perform with some of the greatest vocalists on the East Coast. So I'm very, very proud to present the certificates to Alyssa Ventimiglia, Kara Muller, and Gabrielle Samarone. I just want to say again, congratulations. This is such a big deal for us here at LHS. These ladies have worked so hard to earn this.
I would like to introduce our language arts teacher and journalism teacher, Ms. Tanya Pastor.
My name is Tanya Pastor. This is my 11th year advising the Lighthouse newspaper. It's been a real pleasure to watch it grow from my first year where we started with 9 students to a group of approximately 50 students students who are determined, motivated, creative, and hardworking beyond belief. This marks a really special year for us. Last year, the Lighthouse newspaper won the prestigious honor for the first time of distinguished journalism in the state of New Jersey. This was given to us by the Garden State Scholastic Press Association. This year, when we attended the annual conference at Rutgers University hosted by the GSSPA, we were surprised and thrilled to find out that we won not only one, but the two top awards. So for the first time, Lyndhurst High School received not only distinguished journalism, but overall excellence. This is the result largely of the work of individual students who particularly excelled and made the Lighthouse what it is today. So without further ado, I'm going to announce the many students who are receiving awards. Since there are so many of them, I'm going to ask everyone to come up. I know many of our students have actually graduated LHS and are now in college. So some of their parents are coming to receive the awards on their behalf. So if both the students and the parents can come up, I'll begin giving the awards.
Okay, so honorable mention, we have Emma Camano. Another honorable mention, Emma Camano. Honorable mention, Jared Gabriel. Another honorable mention, Jared Gabriel. Honorable mention for Alexis Gervasio. Honorable mention for Samaya Hassan. Honorable mention for Carly Martin. Honorable mention for Adriana Vasquez. Now we're going on to third place. In third place for column writing, we have Zuli Arias. In third place for review writing, we have Alexa Barrera. Third place in news writing, Marilyn Ramo. In third place for photography, we have Ruby Rodriguez. Third place for artwork and illustration, Kelly Weckstein. Second place for columns, Paul Simicata. Second place for artwork and illustration, Jenna Fritas. Second place for opinion, Jared Gabriel. Second place for editorial, Alexis Gervasio. Second place for sports writing, Gianna Glover. Representing on her behalf is her mom. Second place in news writing, Joanna Kappa. Second place for photography, Ruby Rodriguez. Second place for editorial cartooning, Kelly Weckstein. 2017-2018 GSSPA first place for sports, we have Zuli Arias. First place for in-depth reporting, Zuli Arias again. First place for in-depth reporting, Rachel Bokash. First place for in-depth reporting, Brianna Giannis. First place for in-depth reporting, Adam Harabi. First place for reviews, Emma Camano. First place for photography, Jillian Cancella, a graduate and our former editor-in-chief, along with Bernie Consalvo. First place for layout and design, Jillian Cancella. First place for layout and design, Adam Harabi.
editorial cartooning, our graduate Alyssa Capasso. First place for columns, Jared Gabriel. First place for editorial, Alexis Gervasia. First place for opinion, Adriana Vasquez. First place for artwork and illustration, Kelly Weckstein. And our editor, Bernie Consalvo, who led this team to overall excellence.
Okay, now we have one more group of students. Ms. Klein is going to recognize these students. They are our AP scholars, and it's a pretty impressive group.
Good evening. So, this is based on last year, so the 17-18 school year. So once again, some of the students will not be here tonight as they're in college. But we had 20 Lyndhurst High School students last year that qualified as AP scholars based on the AP exams they took during their tenure at Lyndhurst High School. Okay, so we are going to recognize all of them. So if anybody is here tonight that is receiving this award, please come down and stand over here. So the first category that I would like to recognize are students that received the award of AP Scholar, which means that they received a score of 3 or higher on 3 or more advanced placement exams. And so first we have Gresha Aguilar. Amanda Arahu. Sarah Atia. Adrian Baranowski, graduate. Isabella Castanetti. Andrew Ellis. Mom, it's like Rayanne Fernandez. Jared Gabriel. Santiago Gutierrez, Adam Harabi, Eric Mangru, Miriam Abub, Samantha Rodriguez, Larissa Sales, Frida Sanchez, and Raghavi Okay, then we have one AP Scholar with honor granted to a student who received an average of at least 3.25 on all exams taken and scores of 3 or higher on 4 or more exams. And this is extremely impressive because the student is currently a senior. So how many AP courses are you taking now? She's taking 4 more, so you'll probably hear her name again next year. And that is Julie Arias. Congratulations. Okay. And finally, we have, and these 3 have graduated, AP Scholar with Distinction. These are students who have received an average of at least 3.5 on all AP exams and scores of 3 or higher on 5 or more of these exams. So we have Alyssa Capasso, Thomas Ripp, his mom is here, please stand for him, and Giancarlo Cirio. Thank you so much. I just wanted to. Thank you. One thing, I do want to congratulate the students. These are some of the best and brightest of Lyndhurst, and they go above and beyond, sacrifice so much, achieve so much. But one of the things that we often forget is the time and the passion that our students put into that our teachers put into these programs. Tireless hours of dedication. I see Ms. Pastor here at all hours. I see Ms. Wise practicing, playing the piano, singing with the kids. All of those AP teachers, the teachers of all the students that you've just recognized. It just doesn't happen. It takes a lot of work on the students' part, on the parents' part, but most of all, we're so fortunate because we have some of the best teachers here at Lyndhurst High School, and we can't have a night like this and recognize the students without giving their teachers credit too. So I want to thank all the teachers.
At this time, I would like to call the following people in front in center stage: Mr. Ron Grillo, Mrs. Josephine Malinak, and Mrs. Sherry Jarvis. Thank you. We are good. Hello? Well, I have As recognition of their service to the Lyndhurst Board of Education, Mr. Ron Grillo, Mrs. Sherry Jarvis, and Mrs. Josephine Malinak will be receiving a certificate of recognition for their years of service to the Board of Education. In addition, a plaque will be forthcoming in January, but we weren't sure that we were going to have a meeting in December, so at this time we would like to honor them and thank them for all their years of service. Mr. Grillo has 27 years on the Board of Education. I said I think it's equivalent to the Purple Heart. An end of a great era. Thank you, Ron, thank you, Sherry, and thank you, Josephine. We will definitely miss you guys. And thank you so much from the children of Lyndhurst for all that you have contributed. It has been my honor, as well as 8 other board members, to serve with you on this board. Thank you again. Other board members would like to say something in regard to the outgoing board members. Mr. Rappiscato?
Mrs. Arcuri stated that Ron Grillo has spent 27 years on the Lyndhurst Board of Education. And that requires a comment. Ron and I have been together many, many decades. And to put it in perspective, folks, the average length of time of a Board of Education member in the state of New Jersey is 4 years and 3 months. That's how long people stay on the board before they either don't run again, lose an election, can't stand it anymore, etc., etc. Ron lasted 27 years. That means he was re-elected 9 times. That, folks, that's unheard of. That's absolutely unheard of. So, I'm going to miss Ron because he is our historian of the Lyndhurst Board of Education. When I can't remember something, Ron and I get together and he tells me the whole story. Sometimes it's sordid, but he tells me the story. So again, I can't let that go where somebody has devoted, volunteered 27 years of service to the Lyndhurst Board of Education. That is a big, big accomplishment.
Asking for approval from the minutes of October 29th, 2018. Roll call.
Ms. Malinek.
4.
Ms. Jarvis.
4.
Mr. Anjanopoulos. 4. Mr. Rappiscato. 4. Mr. Grillo. 4. Mr. Donovan. 4. Ms. Keefe.
4.
Ms. Alcieri.
4. At this point, the school business administrator, board secretary would like to present the results of the annual school board election from November the 6th, 2018.
If you turn to page 2 of the agenda, you will see the official results posted. There's a county handout at the front of the dais with the official results. I'll read them off in order by vote. The 3-year terms for November 6th election, you have Richard Pizzuti Jr. with 2,003 votes. You have Frank Ferradino with 1,788 votes. You have Vincent Tenero with 1,714 votes. You have Stephen James Mendola with 1,694 votes. Sherry Jarvis with 1,625 votes. Giovanni Gassion with 1,593 votes. Lynn Ziski, if I said it right, 1,086 votes. And William J. Benarskis with 1,056 votes.
Thank you, Mr. Bisek. Superintendent's report.
Good evening, everyone. Again, if I could just piggyback what our administrator said before, our high school principal and supervisor, Ms. Klein. Our students are so well-rounded, it's so impressive. The amount of activities, sports, programs that they're involved in within our school, and a lot of them outside of our school as well. It just really goes to show you see a lot of faces and a lot of different things. You know, kids that are in that went for the Lighthouse and also play sports. There's just so much crossover. It's amazing that everybody supports each other, our advisors, our coaches, our teachers. And again, it's a testament to our administration, our staff, and obviously our students who are going out of their way to do so much and help them. And parents, that are here, congratulations. I know a lot of you left. But it's also a testament to them and how committed they are. As a lot of you that have older children know, it takes a lot to get them to all their different events and activities. So again, I commend them for that. And again, the accomplishments tonight are really amazing if you listen to some of the things that we spoke about. Just to touch on a few things that have happened in the district. We had a lot of success and a lot of our programs. The play Clue was performed recently. Unfortunately, I missed it because of the change in the date. I had a personal commitment, but I heard it was great. And people were really impressed. It was an excellent job with that. Very, very impressive. Our music program performed at MSG. Was moved around a few times because of the weather that we had a few weeks ago. They ended up performing on Friday night for the Iowa Hawkeyes at the 2K Classic, which supports a great cause, Wounded Warrior. So it was really fun to see them on TV that night. And a lot of our sports teams had a lot of success this year as well. There was volleyball, boys soccer, girls soccer, boys and girls cross country, football, cheerleading, obviously a band as well. A lot of fall league recognition that's come out very recently. I think I tweeted some of it out. It's also on the conference website, the NJIC footballs just came out as well recently. The full season's over. So again, congratulations to our students. A lot of good things are going on. And again, I commend them for their effort and their dedication to what they're doing. Again, thank you to all of our staff that makes it happen from pre-K all the way up to 12th grade. It's amazing. It's amazing to see what teachers do and how much they go above and beyond without really needing to be noticed. So it's really impressive to be able to see. Thank you.
At this time, I will turn the mic over to Mr. Tom Egan, our state monitor.
Good evening, all. Just a few comments, which I think is important to everyone here in the room. First, with the results of the election. From social media and other sources, it's come to my attention, that one of the candidates has some legal problems. Just to inform the entire community. The person was duly elected. There will be no action by this board taken against or for the person. The reorganization meeting is in January. will take the oath and we become a member of the board. Only after any legal issues are resolved, one way or another, will any action be taken against that person, because there may not be any action to be taken. If everybody has a due process, including this individual. This individual will, unless they take other action, but this person legally is entitled to take the oath of office and become a member of the board. Just continuing on, another issue which I think the community is anxious to hear, because I know the board is also. It has to do with the audit report, the CAFRA. Speaking with the auditor today, the CAFRA is finished. However, there's one piece of information that he has yet to receive from the state of New Jersey. The report cannot be made public or presented to the public for their review until he, the auditor, receives the information from the Department of Education. The information will not change the audit at all. It's just an item that would have to get a little technical, which will affect the balance sheet. The item that they need is from the state, which will come from the state pensions, is the exposure, or not exposure, the impact on the district of the health benefits that the state is paying for retired Lyndhurst employees. Right now, so that everybody understands, teachers especially, they're coming by the Lyndhurst health benefit plan. If they retire, or when they retire, that responsibility now switches to state health benefits. And they have to track what that expense is, and that has to be put incorporated into the audit report. It will not change any of the numbers about the operation, but we have to wait for that. The CAFRA report, once it's finished and made public, there's a deadline, and the deadline was like December 5th, and it's been postponed again. The issue is that the state law requires it to be done by that date. The state is giving itself more time because for whatever reason, I'm not in a position to comment on that. But it has to be done because the results of the state order gets fed into the Department of Education and goes into the formula for determining state aid the next year. So it has to be done because the state aid figures the next year will be released in January. From the moment, it's not time consuming for what the auditor has to do. If we talk with him, he knows. Once he gets the information, he has to finish the report, and within 48 hours of him receiving that information, we will have a special meeting. We have to wait 48 hours because it's 48 hours required for public notice. You should also know every school district in the state is affected by this. No school district can finish their CAFRA until they get this information from the state. So it's not that Lyndhurst was singled out. This is a statewide problem. But I still plan that after the CAFRA is presented to the public and to the board for their approval and processing, sometime after that, rather quickly, I still want to have a monitors meeting where I'll come to this here and answer any and all questions that the residents may have. I will do it maybe a week or two after the CAFRA is presented in to study it, ask questions, get a clear understanding of it, so that we can have an intelligent meeting, and I can answer as many questions as possible. Last but not least, I've been told there's a lot of questions coming up concerning the referendum and some elements connected with the referendum. As you know, one phase of the referendum, which was work on the high school, went out to bid. The bid came within budget. That work has been completed and it's finished. The remaining aspects of the referendum would work on the elementary schools, and two of the elementary schools, those projects went out to bid, and they came in extremely high, way over budget. So when I say we, myself, and specifically the architects, are trying to redo the scope of the project to get within budget. If we can't spend money we don't have. Once we reach agreement, then it's sent down to the Department of Education for their review and action. And nothing can be done until the Department of Education approves it. There is an issue with it as to the amount of money that's available left over from the referendum to complete the project. But that's what we're going with. There was one other issue that came to my attention. I was asked to investigate or look into it. Was the question of air conditioning at high school. And the work on the high school is going to be in two phases. The first phase is finished. The second phase had elements of air conditioning in the project. Just to make it clear, it was not in the project, from what I can see, the scope to air condition the entire building. There were only going to be parts of the building that were part of the repairs and expansion that contained provisions to air conditioning. That's where we are. That's our progress. We are still making progress, though. The budget is very tight. We received, not received, this in consultation with the superintendent and the business administrator and the notified the board. There's a freeze on spending of things that are already encumbered. We're just watching maybe tenants of the zone overextend and wind up in deficit for the 18-19 year. There are certain rooming expenditures that they're going to could make life tough. One has to do with the potential of two students with special needs have moved into the district, which may their IEP is being prepared is what best to assist them. One of the things that it may involve an out-of-dish replacement, which is going to be very expensive. Separate apart from that, there are certain roofs which were not part of the referendum that are in bad shape and they're leaking. We put out requests for, not for bids, but for proposals to fix the roofs so that we can get through this year. If we can't, then we have to do a roof replacement. But these are some of the strains on the budget that still makes life bare bones as it stands right now. I hope I was able to give you the information that you were seeking. But there's not much more I can say. Who's my report?
Thank you, Mr. Egan. Okay, we're going to proceed. Finance, Facilities, and District Planning. Chris?
Thank you. Any board member who takes exception to any of the following listed actions under the category of Finance, Facilities, and District Planning Committee may so indicate now, and a separate motion for each of the accepted actions will be entertained. I make a motion that the following Finance and Facilities District Planning actions numbered 1 through 9 and 11, we will read 10 separately, be adopted.
Roll call.
Ms. Malinick.
4.
Ms. Jarvis.
4.
Mr. Anjanopoulos.
4.
Mr. Abiscato. 4. Mr. Grillo. 4. Mr. Donovan. 4. Ms. Keefe.
4.
Ms. Alcieri.
4. Now we'll have a separate motion for number 10.
Item number 10, be it resolved that the Lyndhurst Board of Education approve the consulting contract authorized by the state monitor between the Lyndhurst Board of Education and Tomko and Associates, LLP, for the review, audit, and recommendations in consideration of Board of Education policy and regulations for the Lyndhurst Public School District in the amount of $1,980.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Malinick.
Yes.
Ms. Jarvis.
Yes.
Mr. Anjanopoulos.
4.
Mr. Abiscato. Yes. Mr. Grillo. 4. Mr. Donovan. 4. Ms. Keefe.
4.
Ms. Alcieri.
I must recuse myself. Motion has not carried.
With respect to the board, I will review this action and by memorandum inform the board of my decision as to whether or not I will open the vote.
Thank you, Mr. Regan. Education and curriculum. Mrs. Malinack.
Any board member who takes exception to any of the following listed actions under the category of Education and Curriculum Committee may so indicate now, and a separate motion for each of the accepted actions will be entertained. Hearing none, I move that items 1 and 2 be adopted.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Malinick.
4.
Ms. Jarvis.
4.
Mr. Anjanopoulos. 4. Mr. Abiscato. 4. Mr. Grillo. 4. Mr. Donovan. 4. Ms. Keefe.
4.
Ms. Alcieri.
4. Policies and rules and regulations. Mr. Abiscato.
Any board member who takes exception to any of the following listed actions under the category of Policies and Rules Regulations Committee may so indicate now, and a separate motion for each of the accepted actions will be entertained. Hearing none, I make a motion that items 1 through 4 are approved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Malinick.
4.
Ms. Jarvis.
4.
Mr. Abiscato.
4.
Mr. Anjanopoulos. 4. Mr. Grillo. 4. Ms. Donovan. 4. Ms. Keefe. Ms. Alcieri.
4. Athletic, Student Activity, Substance Abuse Committee. Mrs. Jarvis.
Any board member who takes exception to any of the following listed actions under the category of Athletic Student Activities Substance Abuse Committee may so indicate now, and a separate motion for each of the accepted actions will be entertained. Hearing none, I move items 1 and 2 be accepted.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Malinick.
4.
Ms. Jarvis.
4.
Mr. Antonopoulos. 4. Mr. Abiscato. 4. Mr. Grillo. 4. Mr. Donovan. 4. Ms. Keefe.
4.
Ms. Akhiri.
4. Personnel, Mr. Grillo.
Any board member who takes exception to any of the following listed actions under the category of personnel may so indicate now in a separate motion for each of the accepted actions will be entertained.
Yeah, please read number 17, item 7, separately, please.
Item 17,
Item 7.
Number 17, 7 item.
you have a list of the 7 items.
Yes.
Yes. Back page.
Let me just make sure that the 7.
On the back.
Yes.
The approval of the
Substitutes.
substitute teachers.
Yes.
Right, number 7.
Okay, so I make a motion that 1 through 16 be adopted.
Roll call.
Ms. Malinick.
4.
Ms. Jarvis.
4.
Mr. Antonopoulos.
4.
Mr. Abiscato.
4.
Mr. Grillo.
4.
Mr. Donovan. 4. Ms. Keefe.
4.
Ms. Akhiri.
4.
Okay, 17. I make a motion that 17 be adopted. And want a name. Which name would you like?
7 name.
7. Kimberly Weaver be adopted, approved for substitute teacher. Okay? Second. Okay. No, I said 17 to be adopted. That's okay. That's okay. The way it says it. You want to do it? I believe it's 7.
You want me to do it? Good?
Be resolved that the recommendation of the superintendent of schools that the Lyndhurst Board of Education approve proceeding the processing of the substitute certificate for the attached list of substitute teachers. Employment will be provisional, subject to the authorization, approval of the criminal history, background check, and is subject to the submission of all required application documents. And all those names in the back included. Second.
I second.
Roll call.
Ms. Malinick.
We are approving 1 to 6.
One to 7.
Okay.
You could have stayed on one name.
On the 7th name.
You could have stayed on one name if you like.
Okay, so I approve the first 6.
You could have stayed on Weaver. It's okay.
Ms. Jarvis.
4.
Mr. Antonopoulos. 4. Mr. Abiscato.
On 1 through 6, 4. On 7 against.
Mr. Grillo. 4. Mr. Donovan.
4 on all.
Ms. Keefe. Ms. Akhiri.
I abstain from number 7 and approve 1 to 6. At this point, I'd like public hearing on non-agenda items. No names. Does anyone else in the audience want to come up and speak on non-agenda items only. Hearing none? I make a motion for adjournment. Meeting adjourned.